Good morning, gang. Happy Wednesday morning. Nothing like starting the video, getting halfway through it, and getting the hiccups in the middle of the video. Had to wait till those were gone and start over again. So here it is. It's Wednesday. It's pitch black outside still, but the rain is going, which is a good thing for me. And right now, to me, that's about the most important thing I'm concerning myself with is water. But let's get into what's going on. So after I got up this morning, let the dog out, made my cup of coffee, sat down, said, okay, let's see what the hell happened overnight. Of course, the overwhelming word that comes to mind is coup, and not baby sounds, but C-O-U-P. Now, probably last night, most of you saw that Raphael Warnock was called as the winner of the runoff in Georgia, so the Senate's going to be 51-49 leftists, which, like I said last night in the live stream, really, it matters, but it didn't. I mean, even a 50-50, we knew the Democrats are still in control. This will just give them a little bit more. They won't have to rely so much on centrist Democrats like Manchin and Sinema. Okay, so they'll be able to force through some of these insane things that they want. Fortunately, the House flipped, okay, and, we'll get some brakes put on there. The Senate's not going to have free reign like they did under the Pelosi reign of terror. But what it shows me is there is a legitimate attempt to convert our government, to abandon our freedoms, okay? And it's not just us. If you saw this morning, the German government, I know Germany seems to come in the news quite a bit, guys. Did you notice this? The German government thwarted a coup yesterday and arrested 25 people who were police and ex-military who were planning to overthrow the government. Now, of course, the media is spinning this, that this is far-right groups associated with QAnon and all this sort of crap. Okay. It's people that aren't satisfied with the leftist shift that the German government is taking. Is that the first volley? I mean, think about this, guys. We hear about coups in third world nations. Some shithole somewhere where the government's taken over. The people are starving or whatever. Notwithstanding what's going on with food costs and energy costs around the world and whatever. The German people aren't exactly starving. Okay? I mean, Germany's the richest country, I do that all the time, country in Europe. And yet there was a group that was organizing and putting together a military coup in Germany. Could this be in the plans in other countries? Now, how does this go about? Economic coups? That's China's mission, okay? China's trying to economically take over countries and install their brand of communism in that, okay? No doubt. This one was a military coup. We have in the United States, we have a coup going on by nefarious tactics. Let's put it this way. It's like the old joke, my grandfather voted Republican his whole life, and I'm so upset that now that he's dead, he's voting Democrat, Okay. I was reading something this morning that is actually scary. For 16 straight years, and we're going to know more if it's 17 in January, the freedoms in the world are dwindling. People are either legitimately giving up their freedoms, kind of like what we hear about all these whack jobs in the States and in Europe and stuff like that about We want to ban free speech. We want to ban guns. Yada, yada. We want the government to control everything. Maxine Waters, when we take over your company, okay? Or we have heavy-handed leaders, which is a combination of heavy-handed leaders are taking advantage of the minority that want to give up their freedoms, pushing this through. When does it end? Or does it escalate? I was very, very surprised to see a coup attempt in Germany. Now, we know all the stories coming out of Russia for years about, like Navalny and stuff like that, about people wanting to overthrow Putin's government. We've seen everything that has gone on in Great Britain and Parliament there. We know of the divide in the United States, left and right. Okay, I mean, the world is about to change, and it ain't going to be pretty going through it. How we come out the other side, who knows? But when for 16 straight years, the people of the world have been giving up their freedoms. France just came out and is basically disarming the population. You think they learned. The last time France disarmed the population, the Nazis came rolling in and says, "Hi, we're here." And the French go, "Oh, crap, we're screwed." Okay? Look at everything that's going on in Australia right now. Okay? We disarmed the people. I mean, the Australians have made it in places. They refuse to fly the Australian flag because it might be offensive to some people. Can you imagine not flying the Stars and Stripes because that flag will stay on my front porch. I don't give a damn how long. I'd offend everybody in this world. That flag will stay there. But the Australian government in some places, some of the city councils, have banned the flying of the Australian flag on Australian land, but allowed flying of the Chinese flag. What does that tell you? These governments they're not even hiding it anymore. They're now using the term, the politicians are using the term New World Order. Okay? For so many years, that's a conspiracy theory. There's no such thing. And now the politicians are coming out and saying, we need a new world order under the New World Order. Okay? This globalism crap, guys, is real, and it's dead freaking serious. Too many people, we talk about food or whatever, too many people, this is just a little blip or whatever it is on food. When they start taking away your freedoms, when they start telling you what you can and cannot say, what you can and cannot do, where you can and cannot go. I talked about the 15-minute cities a couple of weeks ago. Can you imagine having a passport? Literally, that's what you need to go to the next town, not to go to the next country, to go 20 minutes from your house. You need papers, please. That's the tyrannical crap that is ahead of us. And people are sitting on their hands doing nothing and letting these tyrants take over. Do you honestly think that if we have these 15-minute cities like they want all over the place, that there's not going to be an exemption for important people? There was some billionaire heiress here in the States yesterday who said flying on planes should be limited to just the people that are important. She didn't do anything in her life. She inherited a bunch of money, but she's an important person, right? So she should be able to have her private jet, but the rest of us shouldn't be able to go anywhere, all right? This is how these elitists think, guys. It's feudalism to the nth degree. The elites and the paupers. I commend the people in Germany who even thought about doing this. They got arrested. Why? Because the globalists are afraid of having their power overturned. You know, I've said this many times, so have other people. There are more of us than there are of them. It's the 1% versus the 99%. We have 99 times more people than they do, yet we are allowing ourselves to be controlled by a bunch of fruitcakes and, I mean, the arrogance, the self-importance that these people have. You know, again, let's go into the state dinner at the White House the other day. $500,000 to feed lobsters to people. Macron, like, you know, there's an important leader in the world. Like, France offers anything to the rest of the world. Okay. Oh, but you can only get champagne from us. I mean, you know, the biggest import that France has is the yellow stripe that goes down their back. $500 million. I think what was it? It was, no, what was it? No, it's $500,000 for this dinner. There you go. The M's and B's and T's and everything like that. More than I can comprehend. $500,000. How much food would that have bought to feed a family? As I've said to you guys before, that would feed 10. That's the income of average income of 10 families for a year, and they spent on one dinner. And again, I told you guys about the whole Lobstergate up in Maine with all of this. But this is the arrogance that they have. And you're starting to see some people fight against it, and you're starting to see a lot of people try to take advantage of it. You know, oh, they're not going to prosecute me. There was a story on, I think it was Fox this morning, about some guy who owns one of these upscale clothing stores in Philadelphia, that the store's been broken into many, many times. I mean, you know, he put in $10,000 worth of security, you know, dropped down steel gates, and these guys came with a forklift or something of the sort and forced the gate open so they could go in. They did, I guess, $10,000 worth of damage to the store, stole $40,000 worth of merchandise. They caught the guy in the act, arrested him and put him in and took him to court. $50,000 merchandise and equipment. You know what his punishment was? He got a $250 fine. That was it. Okay. What kind of deterrent is that? Remember the old saying, don't do the crime if you can't do the time? Hell, I'll steal $40,000 worth of stuff and pay $250 for it all day long. That's what these people are thinking. Okay. No respect for their fellow citizen, no respect for hard work, no respect for anything. And that's what these globalists are promising. Oh, don't worry, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy. We'll provide everything for you. And that's what they believe. If for 1 second you believe, or any of your family, friends, coworkers, whatsoever, really believe that the government is going to provide everything for you so you can have a comfortable life, you need to go get your head examined, okay? Remember Reagan's comment, the 9 scariest words in the English language, I'm from the government and I'm here to help? There ain't no help from the government, guys. They're going to take and take and take and take and take until you have nothing. And then their answer is going to be, tough shit. Deal with it. It's mine now. And they're going to use every stupid, twisted law they're writing now to do this. It is imperative, beyond any sort, that you are ready for the fight of your life. Because there will be a day, mark my words, when you are going to be sitting on your front porch in a gunfight, trying to protect your family, your property, and your life. Because that's where this is going. Some people have woken up enough to see it, But the majority of this country, the majority of this world, is too blind to admit it. There will be a massive depopulation of the world, a significant depopulation of the world. I just don't plan on getting depopulated anytime soon. I really don't think you guys do either. But you better be ready to give everything you have to protect everything you have. Pinball out.